Hi everyone, Maxine here with Tink and I Treasures. Welcome back to my studio. Today I am continuing working on the book journal, and in the last video we made the cover using packaging, and it has such a great feel to it when you have that packaging as the base. That's how the back turned out. I really loving that. And the front. And because it's a book themed, I actually have a bookmark. So let's open it up. And I have the signature sewn in, but I roughed up the edges of the paper a little bit using my scissors. You just you just go along like this and just rough it up, and then I did some inking around the edges as well, but that's been it. So anyway, here is the bookmark. And yeah, I think that's going to be a very nice addition to a book themed journal. And I'll show you how I made this along with some other things today. Okay, so first of all, I have my ribbon, and this is like velvet type ribbon. I'm sure you could use anything. And I've doubled it because the back side it's not a two-sided ribbon, so the back side isn't very pretty. Well, it's pretty, but it's not, you know. Never mind, it's just not. Okay, so what I've done is I take my fabric fix and I just run a little bit along the edges down there. Around the edges, and then just down the middle a little bit, not too much. You don't want it oozing out and getting all over your, your material, your ribbon, your whatever material this is. You don't want it glue oozing out and messing up your. So I put the two ends together. And then bring this tight and make sure it's all lined up nicely and smooth it out. Just like that. Okay, so that's how you make two-sided from one-sided. If you have two-sided ribbon, or whatever you're using, if it's two-sided, then you don't have to do that, of course. So there's that. Now I have these connectors. I'm not sure what they're called. What are they called? Ribbon, I don't know, ribbon ends, or that doesn't seem right, but so it come in a package of a few different colors, and I always think that pink looks better with silver. Because silver is a cool color, red is a warm color, unless it's a blue red, which makes it a cool color. Which then again, so anyway, the two ends that are cut, the cut ends, not the folded end, the cut ends. You just want to put this on, and you just put it on there. You do need some kind of pliers to squeeze it, and the little teeth dig in to the fabric and it holds it really well. You don't need glue or anything. Just make sure that you squeeze it down good, and there you go. Yeah, that's not going anywhere. Okay, now I happen to have a bunch already made up that I have done in the past. I throw them in this little container, and ooh, that's a pretty one, isn't it? Oh, I like that. Look at that. Isn't that sweet? It's got a little heart and a little cat. Of course, Tink and I, you know, a cat is kind of our, what do they call it? Oh, I can't remember. What do they call? They use them in you know, sports and stuff. Ah, it's escaping me, so we will not continue trying to figure that out. But anyway, a cat is our emblem here, because Tink was my Tinkerbell, was my kitty, and she was always in here with me, always. She was always by my side for 16 years. She was my girl. We've been through a lot together, and she was always with me in my studio. She had a little bed right down next to me. I miss her terribly. But that is how that is done. Put some of this stuff away. Oops. Ah. Oh, no. It might help if I put things back the way where they were. Okay, so let us take a gander. I know pink is not the right color for this, because, you know, this one actually went with, but this is how it would go. So you put it in like that, and see, it's nice and long. I mean, you can make them however long you want to, really. But I wanted them long enough to be, you know, well inside the journal, and still be able to fold over. And oh, isn't that adorable? I love that. I absolutely love that. I'm gonna have to make a journal that this will go with. Yeah. So that's how that's done, and that is adorable. This is a great addition to any journal, really. It doesn't have to be book themed. It can be any journal. Okay, all right. The other thing I've done is I've made a little 3-pocket thing. It's on the back side, and this is nothing new. But what I made it out of was a coffee dyed envelope. So I will show you what I've done, how I've done this. So first of all, especially if it's a larger envelope, you just want to make sure that it's going to fit on your page. And that is going to be a little bit too long. So I am going to go ahead and cut it right along where the back comes up. Does that make sense? Like that. Okay, and then I'm going to cut the bottom and the top. I love coffee dyed paper. It just has such a neat feel. Okay, so now we want to just make sure everything is glued down, because you never know when some little tiny piece somewhere is going to end up causing trouble. You know? So let's just do that. Now, what we want to do is get our pencil and a little ruler, and we want to decide where we want to put our slits. So make sure everything's lined up. Okay, so what do we got here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and a 1/4 inches, and look at that. So I found the pencil that my cat stole. You know, Tink never did that. Just saying. I don't recall Tinker ever messing with anything in my studio. She was just here with me. But Charlie, he likes to steal my pencil. Okay. So back to what we're doing. So 1 2 inches, 1 2 inches, 1 2 inches. So that would work. So I'm just going to just mark it. Make sure it's straight. 2. Okay, just like that. And now open this up. This is the front of the envelope. This is the back. Okay, so now I'm just going to cut along those marks. Like that. Now I want to make sure and do my inking. If you ink, that is. And of course it can be any color, you know. I just want to ink up yeah, I hope everyone's well and having a good week. Might want to take a moment to hit the like button. And you're always encouraged to leave a comment, even just to say hi. Let me know you enjoy my videos. It's always nice to get positive reinforcement. And let us all know, you know, what kind of projects you're working on. I think everyone would be interested in that. Okay, so we got that all inked up. Now I have some coffee dyed pages, book pages, that I thought, well, these would work really well in a book themed journal. So I got some of these out of my coffee dyed stash. Just taking all the borders off because it's the writing we want. Okay, so let's see now. What do we want to do here? I want to do something like this. And well, that's good. And try and ink this up. It's kind of flimsy paper. It wasn't I don't think this was an old book. It's just in French or something. So I like the font of it, and since I don't speak French or read French, I'm not sure what it says. So I apologize. I don't even know what book it is, to tell you the truth. I think it was a novel, but I don't have any idea what it was. I just saw that it was French, or, well, I'm assuming it's French. Not sure what language it is, to tell you the truth. I just assumed it was French. I don't know why I had that assumption either, now that I think about it. Okay, so I want to get this lined up. I like using glue stick for a lot of things. Number one, it seems to do a good job. I have not experienced glue stick failing. Not that it wouldn't or doesn't, but I haven't experienced it. And let's see, I think I want to cut this way so I can make sure I'm not going outside the lines. Okay, yeah, so and glue stick isn't gonna ooze out all over the place and just cause a mess. So I kind of like it, especially collaging type stuff. Plus, it seems to add an extra layer. Oh, has anyone noticed that? I don't know. It seems to add an extra layer when it's dried. Oh. There. Isn't that nice? Oh, I like that. So, let's see. So what I need to do is reprint some of this ephemera in a more manageable size, because I printed everything big because I was looking for, you know, the book the book cover. So I printed everything large. But of course now I've got my cover, so I think I need to reprint those at normal sizes so I can use them for, you know, for decorating. That's so cool. I love things like this. All right. So go like that. Let's see. How do we want this to go, huh? Okay. Oop. Let's put that down like that. Okay. And again, we need to recut. For our pockets. Oh, that's unfortunate. Oh well, right? That would be pretty, but geez. Oh, I don't know about some of these designers. I don't think they quite think about, you know, the practical elements of their design. And, you know, how a person is supposed to cut these out. But I don't know how else you would do something like this either. And of course I don't design much. I have a little bit, but so one should not criticize. Like I said, I don't know how you would do something like this different, that it would make it easier to cut out. They get too small and I end up cutting them off altogether. You know, by the time you cut around a shape, it becomes so small that you just cut it off. It's like when people do butterflies, they always have the little butterfly antennas on. Always. There's very few times when I've run across a butterfly that, you know, does not have the antenna on it. And you can't cut those out. I have tried. They don't, you know, if you cut them out and you're, you know, successful in doing that, they don't look right. Sometimes I've, you know, cut them off and then have drawn them back in with a Sharpie or something. Most of the time I don't bother. But yeah, they always have the antenna on their design, and I don't think they realize that they can't be cut out very well. They're usually too heavy. That's what I've experienced anyway. When you cut them out, they usually look too heavy. Where making a little mark, you know, drawing with a Sharpie, that doesn't look bad at all, you know. But they need to be small and delicate, you know. Ugh. Oh, I don't know about this. Oh, I apologize for this, guys. I know sitting here watching someone fussy cut is probably not. Please don't turn off, though. I'm having a hard time with my, you know, I got a lot of people watching. Well, a lot, I don't know. That's relative, isn't it? You know, some channels have hundreds of people watch their videos, and I only dream of that. I had one video that just went viral, and I had like 5,000 people watch it or something like that. It was crazy. I mean, it was exciting, and I'm like, what? And I cannot figure, for the life of me, I cannot figure out why it went viral like that. What was different about that video than any of my others? I have no idea. It was just crazy. But yeah, it was fun, I tell you. Usually I have, I don't know, less than 100 people watch my videos, which is fine because it's still a very small channel in comparison. Okay, let's see. I think I'm just gonna go right here with that. But one of the things that I do kind of lack in is how long people watch the videos. It seems like they turn off relatively quickly in comparison to, you know, how long the video is. So I'm not really sure what's happening there. Not really sure what that's about. So, you know, I wouldn't mind feedback on that. If anyone has you know, serious idea as to why people are not sticking around, I would love to hear. I watch videos all the time. I watch other people's videos, and I can't see how mine are any different. But, you know, a lot of times when a person is in it, they can't see, you know, they don't have a clear vision of what's going on. It's like, you know, let's say your girlfriend is in a relationship that you know is just wrong for her, and she probably should get out of it. She can't see it, but you can. You know what I mean? So it's kind of like that, you know, when a person is involved in something, it's harder to see the reality of the situation. So yeah, if somebody has some ideas on, you know, why people are not watching the length of my videos, they watch for just a few minutes, at least that's what it appears like to me. Although I am not an expert in reading or understanding YouTube's algorithm information. Oh, I should have inked behind these slits on the back, on the inside back, right where these slits are. It's a good idea to have some ink just right in here, so, you know, if anything shows through, it's not gonna be white or whatever. The only saving I'm having here is that the envelope was coffee dyed. There's some showing right there, and it's just really bothering me. I don't know that I can get it. It's one of the natural white places. See, when I coffee dyed, it's one of those natural white places. Yeah, I should have inked. Oh God. It just made that worse. Okay. Let's move along here. Let's move along. Okay, so now we have 3 little pockets. And you could also glue this down on 3 sides and have a side tuck as well. Oh, I know one thing I forgot to do. Round the corners. I like doing that too. I like rounded corners. I don't know why, but I do. I like torn better than cut. I like rounded corners better than square. Just a personal opinion, you know, you don't have to do that. You can leave the square corners if you like that better. Okay, so there's another piece. So I just need to, you know, these I made from, oh, the video on making tags with Tracy Fox's freebie. That's what these are. And this is just a piece of ephemera that I cut out, and this is like, you know, it's a old document type of thing. This is, it's not original, it was a digital old document, and then I just lined it with some plain paper for writing, and that goes all the way down. So your tallest ones have the full length because we didn't glue. I only glued the bottom. I didn't glue the bottom of these, right? So this pocket goes all the way down. That makes sense? So, see, put that in there. It goes all the way down to the bottom because we didn't glue. You could, if you want these to be short, you know, shorter pockets, you can glue the bottom of these two. But I like to have it so a longer piece can go in the top one, and there's room for it to go all the way down. So. And here's something else I was doing. This is another envelope that was coffee dyed, and I cut it off so it would be the right size for my pages, and I'm just going to glue it down and make it into a pocket. Same way with this one. I haven't decorated it yet, but yeah, that's going to be a pocket. And this one is the same thing. It's another envelope, and this one I actually cut, right? So it's going to be a pocket, but it's also going to have a pocket in the pocket. That makes sense. So yeah, I think that's what I wanted to show you today. Yeah, how to do this. This is going to be so pretty. I think what I'm going to do is maybe put some lace or something on the spine. And yeah, so the paper I used is kind of a craft paper. It's not coffee dyed. It's a craft paper. It's a little bit heavier. Almost like cardstock. Maybe not quite, but almost like cardstock. But I thought it would work well for this. So anyway, yeah, so thanks for joining me today. I hope you got some ideas from this, some inspiration, and until next time, take care of you. Love each other, and I will see you again. Bye.